Hello friends, welcome back to my channel again. This is one of my favorite videos of all time to make because the last one I made I had super fun with. That is book shopping in a particular city. Last time I did Chennai and this time we are going to Bangalore. Recently, I had a trip to Bangalore for 2 days, and how could I stop myself from looking at the bookstores in a different city when I visit them? And Bangalore had such amazing choices, and there was an entire street called Church Street, and there were a lot of bookstores and multiple franchise of the same bookstores. It was literally crazy. I could not stop myself from picking up books. I had no plans of buying books, to be honest, when I went there, but I could not stop myself from picking up books because the deals were so crazy. I got so many titles that I had my eyes on for a long time, and I got it here. I've never seen anywhere else in an old bookstore or anywhere else, and that was really very exciting. There was one particular bookstore. I'm sure if you are a Bangalore resident, you would know that Blossoms is a very famous bookstore in Bangalore, and that had multiple franchises in the same street, which was really crazy. Everywhere there were books, and I was like surrounded with the ocean of books, and I had my sweet little time there, and I tested my husband's patience there because I spent an entire day browsing through books, having my time of my life, and I thought I should take you along through that day. So come along, let's go book shopping in Bangalore. So I hope you all saw me browsing through books, and I think you had a relaxing time watching me browse through books because I had super fun there. And I am so happy that I visited these stores. So I bought around 11 books in those stores, and let me go through all the books that I bought. And this is the haul section. The first book is a thriller, and this book was a hardcover, and this is supposed to be a used book, but this is like brand new. Look at this book. This was such a deal, to be honest. And this is We Were Never There by Andrea Bartz. And this is a story about Emily and her friend Kristen. They both go on a vacation to Chile, I think, and they have a wonderful time. And one day, Emily finds her friend Kristen in the bedroom. With a dead body, so they kind of get the body disposed and get back to their lives in New York. So it's kind of a I Know What You Did Last Summer vibe. So I was so excited. And this is a thriller book that I bought after a very long time. It's been ages since I read a thriller book, so I'm very excited to read this. The next book is a new book. I got it for a very specific reason. I'm going to read this as a buddy read with my sister, and I was looking for this book when I went to that store, and I got it. I paid full price. This is not a used book, and that is the Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, and this is book 1 in the Mistborn series. And me and my sister are trying to delve into more fantasy, and high fantasies are something we are really excited about right now. And we just finished reading the prologue. So we have a long way to go, and you can see the number of pages here. I'm ready to go. I have tabbed all the chapters that we are trying to read per each session, and I have divided the chapter numbers and put it in a sticky note as well. So this is ready to go, and we are just started it, and we are so happy that we are reading a Brandon Sanderson together. But by the way, look at this book. Actually, there's a very specific reason I selected this book, because we read Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik during the COVID time, and we loved it. And this also was giving us that cold, wintry vibe. And I'm sure it is totally different from that aesthetics, but still, this was drawing us into it. So this is what we picked up this time. I'll let you know all my thoughts after reading it. The next book is very perfect for this time period because Odysseus just got released, and this is a Greek mythology book, and it's called The Silence of the Girls by Pat Barker. And I have read her earlier title from this author this year before. I'm not sure what it is. The Woman of Troy. The title's name was The Voyage Home, and I loved it absolutely. And this is also kind of a feminist twist and uh, to the Trojan War. And this follows Bryce, if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure about the pronunciation. This is about the woman who was given as a prize to Achilles, and we are following her, POV after the Trojan War. And I have loved this author's work before, and I'm very excited to read it. So that is pretty much all the adult books that I got from Bangalore, and these are all the middle grade books that we are going to see. And I was spellbound, and I was literally spellbound by the amount of collection that Blossoms had in middle grade section. I couldn't even know what to choose and what to leave. I was going literally crazy. I think you know how much I love middle grade books, and these were all literally treasures that I found there. The first book that I got there is called The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas, and it's by John Boyne. This was suggested by a subscriber. She was kept on commenting this book on many of my videos, and it was in my radar. And when I found this for only 160 rupees, this is literally crazy. Almost all the middle grade books that I have bought today are like 150 or 180 rupees, and it's such a steal. If you are residing somewhere near Bangalore and you haven't checked Blossoms yet, you literally have to. This is such a paradise for book lovers and readers. And I'm going off track, but this is what it made me feel. So this is a book about two boys, their friendship, and it's kind of like Number the Stars by Lois Lowry, and it's during the World War time and such. And I don't know much about it, but I'm really very excited to read about it, and I'm sure it's a sweet one. Speaking of Lois Lowry, I got two of her books, and I'm a huge fan of her writing, by the way. And the first book is called The Giver by, like I said, it's Lois Lowry, and this is a trilogy, I think, and it's been made into a movie also, and it's the most famous of her work, so I'm very excited. I have no idea what the plot is about, but I'm really very excited, and I am blindly trust Lois Lowry's writing, so it's going to be beautiful. I hope so. But all I know about this book is it is a dystopian book, and you are not supposed to feel anything, and it's against the government rules. When you start discovering what life was like before this dystopian era, that is the thing that we follow of a guy who is discovering his own feelings. And it sounded very lovely, and it reminded me of Fahrenheit 451, if I'm not wrong, that book. It is very similar to that, and I'm so excited about reading this. The next Lois Lowry book is called The Willoughby Returns, and I read The Willoughbys last year, and it was a very unique and unforgettable experience. If you know what I'm talking about, you might know that I bought the book, went to the Interstellar movie, and there was that book in that movie, and that's the first time I'm hearing about this book. And to know that Nolan has read that book, and it's really important, and that is what inspired him to be kept on the scene, it was like, oh my god, it was really something very interesting. So I'm going to continue that series. That book is also good, and I'm sure this is going to be great too. It's about a couple of kids who have very despicable parents, and they are trying to find their way, and it's very, very funny and very lighthearted, but it needs a heavy topic. Recently, I read The Ghost of Thomas Kemp by Penelope Lively, and I loved it. I loved it so much that it feels like it was meant to be read by me. And some books are like that. You feel like it is written just for you. And I felt the same way about The Ghost of Thomas Kemp. So when I saw this book in the stores, which was written by the same author, I could not ignore it. This is A Stitch in Time. So this is about a girl who's going on a vacation with her parents, and they stay in a kind of Victorian styled mansion, and she hears a lot of noises that others don't hear, and there is a mysterious frame that a girl has embroidered into, and she's getting connected to that girl which she lived long years before, and it's really, really creepy and very, very calling for me. And I have started reading it. I'm on chapter 3, and I can't wait to finish. So fantasy readers may know this author. Have you read The Bear and the Nightingale, the Winter Night trilogy, basically. It was written by Catherine Arden. And did you know that she has written a series of middle grade books? And this is one of it, and it's called The Small Spaces. And it's about two kids who go on a school trip and find themselves in a mysterious, horrifying scarecrow, a kind of very old school scary book, scary situation. And this is how they come out of that situation, and it's about horror, more or less of a mystery and more of a horror. So I'm very interested to see her writing in a middle grade book with scarecrows, scary man, scary big smiled man, and friends going into an adventure. Everything sounds so cool. I'm super excited. Few years back, one of my favorite booktuber, Alexandra Roslin, she rated this book 5 stars, and that was the best book that she read that year. And I could not skip it because of that. And it's called The King and the Dragonflies by Kaysen Callender. And I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what it is about. Since I have read so many of her recommendations and everything, almost 90% of the books have worked out for me. I thought it is for me, and I'll let you know my thoughts after reading it, if I recommend it or not. So the next book sounded very, very beautiful, and it is the winner of Newbery Medal Award, and that is called The Lelani of the Distant Sea, and this is by Erin Entrada Kelly. And it is kind of a tribal story, and it is set in an island, and it's about family values. And her mother has gotten just ill, and her stepfather and stepbrother are very cruel and vindictive, and she has brought down a heavy rain, and it's her fault now. She has to figure out that situation, so she's getting out in the sea, which nobody in that island has ever done. She's traveling for the first time across the sea. Doesn't it sound like Mona a little bit? That is what attracted me so much. And I love tribal rooted stories so much, and I just love any story that is set in Ireland except for thrillers. But this is sounded right up my alley, and I'm so excited to read it. This is the last book that I bought there, and it is called A Long Walk to Water, and it's by Linda Sue Park, and it's based on a true story, as it says, and it is set in Sudan. People are trying to fetch water, and it is set in dual timeline, one in 2008 and one in 1985, and it merges at the end. That is what the back of the book says. So I don't know what it is about, but this sounded very, very interesting, and I think it will really move me. So I got it, and it's fairly short. I think I can read it in a single sitting, and I think it's perfect for travel time and all. So that's about it, guys. These are all the books that I bought in the 2-day trip that I went to Bangalore. And did I miss anything else in Bangalore other than Church Street? Do let me know. All the Bangaloreans, please let me know what are the beautiful bookstores that you have. And the next time when I visit, I will definitely check them out. And let me know if you have read any of these books. Am I going to enjoy this, or do you have any book recommendation for me in general? Anything bookish, you can talk to me. Do let me know all those things in the comments. And I will see you again in the very next video with the bookish content. Until then, this is Sushmita signing off. Keep reading. Bye-bye.